Thank you for coming today, Jana. Just let you know that everything that is spoken today is confidential and doesn't leave this small little coffee shop. Most importantly, I'm here to listen and help in any way. Since you've been referred to myself from your mother and Marion, because as I understand, there have been some issues with some other social workers and also some other mental health concerns, Jana. How are you today?
Well, I'm feeling very stressed out lately, a lot of tension.
Can you tell me more about that?
I just feel like nothing I do is good enough. I work hard, I really work hard, but I'm still having a really hard time with my mental health, and I'm not getting along with my mum, my family, or my caseworker.
Alright. So what I hear you saying is that you're feeling really stressed, kind of like stretched too far, like not enough butter over bread, over toast, didn't post toast or butter. Is that how you feel?
Yep, I'm stretched too thin. I'm trying so hard, but I can't live up to my mother's expectations and let my caseworkers into my life and rejecting one after another. I mean, I really love her, but it doesn't feel right, or it should be like my other friends' parents support them, not mine.
And what do you wish things would be like? Maybe to have more free time?
I have lots of friends and they get to relax and hang out after school. I don't get to do any of those things. I like to do that or spend time with my boyfriend. My mum has always pushed time with my caseworkers and mental health workers. And it's not doctor's appointments, it's another caseworker to talk to. And I just want to make her happy.
It sounds exhausting. Sounds like you're feeling the contradiction of pleasing your mum, but also meeting her expectations. But you also want to enjoy yourself and be young. Is that right? Yeah. So that must be really, really frightening to be so confused about your mum's expectations. And also imagine you're feeling frustrated with them.
Yeah, I'm frustrated with them. If I don't please her, it makes me feel like I'm not good enough.
What do you think that your mum wants you to be like?
Well, that's a good question. Where do I start?
Have a think about it.
I'm trying. Wow. She wants me to be in really good shape, make the best grades, graduate and honours so I can get into a really great school, and now she just wants the best for me and I want to make her happy.
I can really hear how you really love your mum, but at the same time putting pressure on your mental health. At the same time, you're an individual, Jana, and you don't want to be labelled as someone with schizophrenia, but at the same time, you feel like you're not living up to her standards. It's so hard. And I'm feeling that that's the only part of you that's acceptable and doesn't leave much room for you to be human, does it?
Nope. It's like she wants me to be perfect and conform to meetings and believe in being with support workers because of my schizophrenia and like those women in the magazines. how she wants me to be.
Yeah. And if her love for you is based on being a perfect student, what's the good of that being at the moment?
Well, you're right. It's no good. I can't ever be good enough for her. I can't ever live up to her expectations. And we have this college visit coming up, and I feel like college is too far too into the future. I feel like it's too much pressure, and I can't eat, and I'm not even sure that's where I want to go to school in the future. I could visit it at any point, but it's this weekend. My boyfriend was going to take me to a concert that all my friends are going to. I want to enjoy my life, not worry about the future, but that's not what Mum wants. She said where I want to go. She says where I want to go, but I can't tell my mum. I could never tell that's not where I want to go. I want to be a kid. I want to enjoy my life. I just don't want to think. Right now, it's not fair. Why do I always have to live up to what she wants me to do? Should I? Should I tell my mum I don't want to go?
Look, Jana, so this conflict, it's really hard for me because I want to give you an answer. And I really wish I could give you the answer that you want. I really mean that.
But that's why I'm going to see to therapy. I thought you were supposed to tell me what I'm supposed to do.
Well, I don't mean to be evasive about this, but I just want you to know what to do or what you think maybe you should do in this situation.
I don't know. Why can't I just be like a normal person without mental illness and tell her I don't want to go? Why do I tell her things I really don't mean?
So I catch that the real deep puzzle is you feel like what you should do sometimes. It's sad. Look, it's sad for me to notice how hard you are on yourself, about yourself. And I really appreciate you sharing this with me.
Well, yeah, I'm hard on myself. I need to be. But I hate how I always have to live up to such high standards.
Okay. So the thing that comes to my mind is that you hate, but you always have to live up to high standards. But what do you wish I would say to you?
I wish you'd tell me what to do. I feel like there's a part of me that really wants to please my mum, but in order to please her, I don't feel like I can be myself. There's just a part of me that feels lost and unsure of myself.
Yeah, I really hear that.
Oh, really?
And to me, at the same time, you sound a little bit uncertain.
Really?
You certainly do seem a bit uncertain. It's just what I'm picking up. Yeah. But judging by the tone of your voice, it sounds like the thought of doing what your mum wants is more uncomfortable than it is for you to tell her how you feel.
I just wish she would listen to know how I feel. She just wants me to be perfect, daughter. But she doesn't even know the real me. To her, I'm the imperfect daughter with schizophrenia who doesn't attend appointments and chases away my support workers and doctors.
And so do you sort of feel like this, and you want your mum to like you for who you are, not with the stigma of a mental health disorder like schizophrenia.
Yeah, I'm not the straight size 0 perfect girl. The girl, she doesn't understand that my meds make me put on weight and I can never be good enough. I can never be smart enough or obedient enough to attend all my appointments,
What I think I'm hearing is you say that you'd like to feel more accepted by your mum.
Yeah, that's what I want. How can I do that? Do you think I should say something to her?
Well, look, Jana, I really do feel like this is a private thing that I couldn't answer for you. But I'll definitely help you to come to your own answer.
It doesn't matter how much I want her to accept me. She wouldn't like the real me. I could never live up to her expectations. The thought of even saying anything is terrifying because I know she would be so disappointed. Would it even be worth it to say something to her?
I'm not sure. It's an awfully risky thing to tell her when you'd be taking a chance with your relationship with her, Jana. You'd also be taking a chance about yourself and about being honest with yourself and others.
Yeah, it's risky. I'm never in control or anything. Sometimes I feel like the only thing I have control over is my mental health and my medications.
Well, Jana, that sounds really upsetting. I think what I'm hearing you say is that by controlling, if you see the support workers or not, is the only way you can sort of feel like you can make a choice about yourself.
Even just talking about it right now is making me feel really tense because it's making me think of how my day played out and don't have sit with support workers and talk about my illness continuously, and is one of the only things that make me feel better because it's something I can control whether I want to see them or not.
So, Jana, you're feeling really anxious at the moment, and the only relief is in controlling who you see when and where, as in your support workers, is it?
I guess that's the only thing my mum can't control is my therapy, support worker time, and that I wish I didn't have to be so hard on myself. I could organise my therapy in my time like everybody else does.
So, Jana, it's quite clear that the problem isn't just with your mum and your relationship with her, but it's also at you as well. And this question of how you and your family can support yourself as having control over a goal of a person-centered therapy. As an example today, Jana, is an example of how we can help you achieve self-actualization. It's a non-directive manner, and while it's necessary for you to lead the session, while myself as a support worker, I can support you and your family in this journey, in the sessions. So our next meeting with your counsellor or myself, and with your permission, of course, we might extend an invitation to your mum to come with you and we can talk. Maybe over some issues. We could maybe do it here in this friendly coffee shop or in one of our therapy rooms. We can look at some solutions and maybe voicing it to her in a non-confrontational way and how you're feeling and other issues that you are having. How does that sound, Jana?
Yeah, that sounds okay, I guess.
Well, that's all we have time for, Jana. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and if you can just see the ladies at the front desk at our head office, and they will organise your next appointment. And here are some cards. I can provide you with some information about some other support groups that meet regularly, and I'll truly like to assist you to contact those organisations, I can help you with that as well. Thank you again, and we'll see you next time.
Okay. Thanks, Paul. Thanks.
Mum,
The end.
Mum,
Thank
I
you.
know you're going to say no to this, but can I go in the car?